Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whether you're all watching this one. This is my Austin Williams versus Patrice Volny bottom preview, bottom predictions. Obviously for the main event and for the undercard as well. So let's start off then with the undercard fights. Start with them with Jermaine Ortiz against Roma Alamo for the WBA Continental USA Super Lightweight title. 10 3-minute rounds, 140-pound division. Jermaine Ortiz, of course, well notable for causing Teofimo Lopez a lot of problems and probably was unlucky not to get the decision against Teofimo Lopez. And obviously, Jermaine Ortiz's style, as we keep saying with Teofimo Lopez, he does struggle with them type of style of fighters. While Jermaine Ortiz will face Alamo's been in with the eyes of Ian Powell. Obviously went to a split decision against Ian Powell in the recent years. Obviously got beat off Winston Hitsons as well. So he's been there and there. He's been thereabouts at Alamo. But I think Jermaine Ortiz is just too good of a boxer for Alamo for me. And I think Ortiz will get a yet stoppage or maybe a point victory. I've done for a Jermaine Ortiz points victory for me. But he could easily get a yet stoppage against Alamo because I think Jermaine Ortiz is a very good boxer. Up next then, we've got Edgar Beyonder, the return of Edgar Beyonder against Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz. Wow, it's been a decade, hasn't it, since he was asking the win. Obviously, he has most recently came back, Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz, and he can punch. So Edgar Beyonder needs to be careful in this fight because Gonzalez Ortiz can fight back, and he's got a counter punch as well, very heavy-handed. Gonzalez Ortiz as well, which could hurt Edgar Beyonder if he's not careful. And but I do respect Edgar Beyonder to get the win here. Probably get stoppage, maybe stoppage, maybe points. A lot of people might go for points because of how tough Gonzalez is. But I think Edgar Beyonder will be looking to try and make a statement. Obviously, had that experience of having a world title shot against Canelo Alvarez, the levels of the Sean Werner. But I think Edgar Beyonder would get to win ways here, and I think Edgar Beyonder stops Gonzalez Ortiz in the final 3 rounds of the fight, where Gonzalez Ortiz may get tired, and I think Beyonder's volume will end up stopping Gonzalez in the end. And I think Beyonder will be wanting to try and make a statement because if he wins by points, people will give Gonzalez more credit than Beyonder. While if Beyonder wins by stoppage, it's probably more impressive win for Beyonder than winning on points for me. So Edgar Beyonder in the 8th round for me. Up next then, it's the rematch between Jose Roman and Joel Hackett. Obviously, first fight, very controversial. Joel Hackett for me was robbed massively in that fight. He was the only one landing the punches, in my opinion. Obviously, but when Roman was punching, but I felt Hackett was blocking all them punches, all of them. And obviously, it was in Puerto Rico, that fight, and obviously Roman was a hometown favourite, wasn't he? And for me, it was corruption, in my opinion. It was corruption against Hackett. And I think it'll be the same as the first fight for me. I think Hackett's going to be more the presser fighter for me. And it may be one of them where Hackett may need to do more. Even though he shouldn't have to do more, but he may need to do more. He may need a stoppage before he gets shit on them by the judges. But at the same time, it might be Roman's turn to really get shit on by the judges. But not for me. I think Joel Hackett wins the fight for me. That's the defense, and I think Joel Hackett will win on points. So up next then, it's the debut of Amari Jones, the bronze Olympic medalist. He takes on Maestro Nunzio, the Italian, 14 wins, 5 defeats. It's basically a tune-off first fight, isn't it, for Jones? Get him active. This is more of a knockout win for Amari Jones. He'll knock this opponent out inside 3 rounds for me. You would expect so, wouldn't you? Amari Jones will probably warm himself up for the first round, then second round he'll begin to turn the screw, and then the third round for me will be the killer round for me, where he gets the job done. And he'll be trying to look impressive, won't he, in the fight as well. It's his first fight as well, and he'll want a KO in his first fight as well, to try and get that hype up. Try and get that hype up as people, as it always happens when a fighter makes their debut and they end up getting a KO, and everyone gets so hyped about it. Eddie Hearn has put pressure on him, hasn't he, by saying he's Nesbitt Finn from America. From what I've seen of him at the Olympics, very quick. He's so quick with his movement and his punches as well. And I think that'll be too much for the Italian. So I think Amari Jones gets the win in the third round, in my opinion. It could well be earlier than that. I think it'll be 3 rounds at max, in my opinion, for Amari Jones to get the job done. And finally, the final fight, which is the main event, Austin Emma Williams against Patrice Volny, who is a tough fighter, who started very good chin on him. The Canadian. 19 wins, 1 defeat. Austin Emma Williams, 17 wins, 1 defeat. 160-pound division. And I think Williams wins for me. I do think Austin Emma Williams will win the fight. I just think Patrice Volny, he'll be dangerous as well in terms of talent punching. When Austin Emma Williams will be the one being the front-footed fighter. But I think Austin Emma Williams will just land more punches for me. He'll land more punches in the fight. I think his pressure work will help as well. The work rate as well will help for Emma Williams in this fight. While Patrice will be relying on his chin to try and not get stopped, in my opinion, and relying on the counter punching as well. So my prediction is Austin Emma Williams on points. So there are my predictions for the Austin Emma Williams Patrice Volny card and on the card fights down below. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe. So yeah, and see you all in the next box.